morning. Today is Wednesday. Not a normal day for streaming, but yeah, welcome to day 5 of the Tour de Fleece. I am going to be spinning wool, Romney bats. It's some of it here. I'm a little late because I've been doing the task of dividing it into approximately equal amounts so I can make 2 bobbins and apply those together. So, how is everybody doing with their Tour de France, Tour de Fleece? I've not watched any of them, as my hubby has been pointing out, but it is just busy. Like after I stream, which is taking a lot of the time, I have to go out and mow today. Now, I'm going to get a day off tomorrow because it's supposed to rain, and I can stay inside all day. So hopefully I'll be watching and spinning on Roberta, which is my plan. And of course, streaming, but at my regular time because tomorrow's Thursday, so it'll be in the evening from 7 to 9. Okay, I really don't have too much to talk about. When I see everybody every day, I used to tell my mom that. We used to talk every day. Good morning, nuts. You know, and I'd say, I just have to call you and check in, but I don't got nothing more to say that I didn't tell you yesterday. So, yeah, well, that's a good thing to do. If your parents are aging, check in on them. It's a good thing. You've already been spinning this morning. Good. I am just getting started. And I'm going to switch over here to my spinning wheel. I'm going to spin on the Roberta today. I will confess, all that treadling on that Ashford over the last couple days did catch up with me. I'm a little stiff in my one leg. I don't like single treadles for that reason, but I'm going to be on the electric for a day or two, I think. And then I'll go back to the Aura, because I have some big projects to spin. They're, almost a pound. And I'm going to start on those with the Aura bobbins. They're going to take a bit. Oh, really? Nuts, that's great. That is great. Yeah, it looks really nice. I saw it on Discord. It looks really nice. I think it should be a blanket, but that's just me. A sweater is a lot less than a blanket, right? Okay, you go get your snack. You know what? I didn't bring anything. I had my breakfast earlier. I didn't even bring a cup of coffee because it's hot. I'll wait a little bit and I'll start making iced coffee, which I could have brought in with me, but I didn't. I spent some time this morning skeins off the yak silk, which is not a Tour de Fleece skein. I have lots of plying to do, which is what I hope to do tomorrow while I'm watching TV. I've got 2 big Aura bobbins to ply. I've got the big merino project I've just been spinning, which is a Tour de Fleece skein, and I have a tiny bit to ply up with the some nano bobbins. So, okay, this is, let's see here. I didn't show my fiber very much. This is a brown merino that I bought as fleece from the woolery. Got a little bit there. I imagine either somebody that owns the woolery or works for them or whatever. It was probably a local fleece. And it was not a lot, right? They pulled out the best part and sold that. So what I've been doing is pulling this through a diz and making these roving balls. And I'm going to continue to do that and spin all of it that way. I have some to start with here, but I have bats that I need to do it with, but I'm going to do it as I go along because I don't have much room on the table here. And these little roving things don't want to stay in place. They want to drop off, and if I just make more of them, then I'm just going to have more trouble. I'm sure you can't probably see that, but I am going to stick the table close to me. I'm not going to say his name. I have a visitor with me, asleep on the bed back there. See that? See that stretched out right there? So I don't know. He might wander over here in a little bit. We'll see. That's very unusual. I had to laugh because I came in here to set up for the stream, and he already had claimed his spot there. Which I don't know if it's because I've been streaming every day and oh wait, which way am I going? Yep, going the right way. And he's getting tired of being locked out of the room, and he decided to claim a spot early. I don't know. My idea is to spin this woolen and let it go ahead and be a little fluffy. It's just too much pull in for that, and probably too much speed. But this is a nice enough, there's not a lot of shortcuts, neps, stuff like that in this, that I think it's going to spin up really nice woolen. I did weigh everything. This is going to fill the bobbin up pretty quick. I'm probably going to be doing... What is that? Oh, that's the leader, the knot on the leader. Let's see. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Right here. I shouldn't have put it away. Okay, I have... a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 ounces. I have a total of 7 ounces, which makes sense because I had 8 bats, and they're never a full ounce when I do them on my drum carder. So that's exactly right. I could have, I obviously could have guessed that and estimated, but I actually did go ahead and weigh it out so that I could. There's some trash. So I could divide it up about as evenly as I possibly could. And I just said it didn't have a lot of reasons to stop, and I'm wrong. Here has been a number of things that are shortcuts. A lot of people consider woolen spinning quick, fast. Go fast. I have seen spinners that just fly doing it, but I am not that way. I also do not do the what is considered the traditional motion of pulling out real long. Traditionally you went and fed it in, or pulled it back and fed it in, and I don't do that, because that's just more repetitive motion than I need. However, I will say I'm getting a more worsted looking single by doing it the way I do it. So, technically I probably should call it a semi-worsted, semi-woolen, whichever. Semi-woolen, I guess, because of the method I'm doing it. Which, that's a term. That's a spinning term. People use that to describe their yarn. I'm in love with this brown color. I have no idea what I'll do with this skein. At this point in time, I am almost not even sure which skeins I'll own after September. What I decide to sell and what I'll have to make something with. So I'm working on not cheese toast. I'm working on not getting attached to any skeins of yarn, although there'll be some I won't. I know I won't get rid of. But gotta be kind of hard-hearted about it because I have way too much yarn. It would be best for somebody else to have some of it. Oh man, I wish I could do a close-up. He's got his paws crossed over his nose and is snoring. I am almost positive there's no way all of this is going to go on just 2 bobbins. I do have quite a few Roberta bobbins, so even 3 wouldn't be bad. If I got 3 out of each half, that makes 6 to ply. This is a natural brown color, yes. Hi Jane Wayne, welcome. Long time no see. I bought this from the Woolery as a unprocessed fleece, but not an entire fleece. And I cannot remember if it was washed or not. I believe it was. And I carded it. So it was nice because it was very well skirted. I mean, all I got was really nice stuff. Both. Okay. Nuts. You have a lot to spin. You're making good progress, but yeah. If you go make a sweater. Oh, I missed a hook here. That's not good. Let me fill that in. Let's put it this way. I have mostly just used it, and I have accumulated way more than I will ever use in my lifetime. So I am working on, I will be part of a booth in September. That will be the first time that I have made it a big deal, big thing to sell my hand spun. In the past, what has happened is I would be part of spinning knitting groups, mostly knitting, because spinners don't buy other yarn usually, but the knitters would become very interested in the hand spun because they'd see me spin it, and I would be able to sell some that way too. I feel like there's a lot of potential problems selling hand spun yarn. Knitters are accustomed to buying for specific projects. And like I said, hand spinners are usually not going to buy somebody else's hand spun yarn. And it's difficult with hand spun when you only spin 2 4-ounce amounts to have enough yarn for the kind of projects that knitters want to make special, like sweaters and blankets and that sort of thing. If you can convince them that this is a wonderful yarn for hats and mittens and scarves, right? You can make a sale better, but they have to be aware, because what happened was, one lady, she was making a it was a short sleeve tank top out of hand spun, and she ran out of yarn, and she said, "What do I do?" And I was like, I don't have any more of that yarn, and I don't have any more of that fiber. And you knew what the yardage was, but she didn't really think about maybe that wasn't enough yardage. I do give them an estimate of yardage based on a nitty notty, but Lex Mix, good morning, afternoon, whatever. Yeah, it is. It's 10:30. Okay, whatever, but it's 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, and long time no see. Glad you joined us. I definitely spin more than I enjoy equally, but my time is, of course, limited, and I spend so much time streaming and spinning that I end up spinning more than I knit. Lex Mix, I am working on a Romney. It's 100% wool from a breed of sheep called Romney. Jane Wayne says, that's what I'm learning when buying wool for spinning. It isn't usually enough for a shawl. Yeah, shawls are another good one. You are right. And unless I buy some with nylon, you won't make socks. I don't ever encourage people to buy my yarn for socks, or I hardly ever use it for myself for socks. I almost always use commercial yarn for socks. But when you started weaving, but I started weaving, so I'm going to do my first hand spun weaving project soon, probably scarf. Weaving yarn is very good. I mean, weaving is a really good way to use. And see, I don't weave. So that is another reason I have a lot of it. So I have to remember that and kind of like, look, weavers, when I set up my display. It's a little after 7 there in the, yeah. Right, it's 10:30 here. And Jane Wayne, I am that way also. Although I do 2-ply, I don't try to do 3-ply. I can spin a 2-ply thin enough, and for socks that I will wear, but they are boot socks. They're always just naturally heavier than commercial yarn, right? So they always have to be worn with special occasions because they're so warm and wool. Now, I have purchased superwash, merino superwash, it was my intention to use the superwash. I've got dyed merino superwash and blueface Leicester. It was my intention to try to make socks with it. I don't know. I've spun one, I think, and kind of thought, well, I don't know. I'd have to knit a little bit to see how they turned out. You're just worried about the heddle rubbing on the homespun. Yeah, and if it'll be strong enough. I would only use it for weft. That's part of my solution to that. And my daughter, who is the weaver, has said the same thing. She'd always prefer a commercial warp. Lexmix says you're going to get some socks done. You want some really good wool yarn. I'm sorry. Run was under $2. Oh, okay. So whatever store that was, it was under $2 for the yarn ball. Boy, that's good. Sometimes you can find some good bargains, huh? That's fun. I have a real hard time buying commercial yarn because I have just, boatloads of the hand spun. It just isn't something I should be buying. Tapestry weavers like natural wools. Maybe you'll find some that, oh yeah. I love the concept of the Navajo weaving, where it's the upright and you just thread it in there through the warp. If I ever would take up weaving, I know that I would be doing that type of weaving. I have always liked the Navajo type of spinning too, with the big spindle that sits on the floor. I'm not good at it. I haven't practiced it enough to do it. But they make their weft. They might make their warp with that too. I know. No, I really don't. Would love to meet up with somebody who is doing that, actually doing that. I was looking at SOAR is Spinoff's Autumn Retreat. Okay, so Spinoff is the spinning magazine, pretty much the only spinning magazine published by what used to be Interweave. It's a different press now. Company was sold, changed hands. It's out of Colorado, and it used to be they would do the SOAR all over the country, so that they could, in regions, so that they could catch spinners across the country. Once the pandemic hit, they stopped SOAR completely, and I got to go to one when it was in Pennsylvania. I had a blast. I loved it, but it's years ago. And then with 2020, everything's completely shut down for a couple years. Well, they are doing one this year in Loveland, Colorado. I said that kind of weird, Colorado. And I was looking at it. Very limited number, all inclusive. You get lodging, meals, classes for 4 days. But it's $2,800. $2,800. And I'd have to get there, right? That's a long ways away. It makes me sad. But, yeah. You like the Navajo? Yeah. Oh, Lex makes you need to see if some bugs have been eaten on the yarn. Oh, no. I know you had to trash half the yarn. Oh, that's terrible. I know how sad that is. Yeah. Um, the yarn might only be on the top and you could get to it underneath, but it's just so discouraging when that happens. Jane Wayne said, yes, those big spindles with the beautiful natural wool. You've seen videos where they sing native songs. Oh, that sounds marvelous too. Yeah, I mean, I was like stunned how expensive it was. And, as much as I know so much, and I'm not bragging, I'm just being honest. I know a lot. And, to go to those classes, I'd rather save the space for somebody who's learning, right? Does that make sense? But I miss that community, getting together with those people. I just want to do that. Now, that's what I did in Pennsylvania. I didn't stay at the lodge. I just went to the classes. I went for the day. You could buy day tickets, like Stitches used to be, where you buy a day ticket. Well, Stitches still is that way, but the SOAR could be that way too. And that's how I did it, and it wasn't so expensive. We found an inexpensive hotel to stay in. Hubby went with me. We just made it a vacation trip, and it was a lot of fun. I really had fun. I could probably do it the same way, but right now this information just came out, and they don't seem to be saying anything about availability of class only. I think they're trying to wait to see if they fill it. They only want so many in a class if they fill it with people who are going to buy the whole package. So they're probably waiting before they offer that. Anyway, that is in October, and if I suddenly disappear in October, I might be in Loveland. I doubt it. I need a little more twist here. This is spinning very nice. I say that so often, but not very often with my own bats. Like I said, I started with really nice fiber. That makes a world of difference. Maybe you can see what 2024 is. Yeah, if they move it around, it might not be. Okay. I would like that. Be a presenter, maybe, but I don't know for sure if I have a confidence to do that. You did some loom knitting as well, but not working on thinner yarns. You need a bit thicker yarn to do a large scarf. Yeah, that can be like a shawl. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've seen the patterns for that where you just almost shawl and you just bundle up or wrapping it around you. Yeah, and the lady presenting the Navajo spinning is the one the video put into Discord. Oh, Jane, isn't that cool? I actually saw the Navajo. I mean, that was the one thing I was just like, oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I know. The whole thing about the spinning world is we are still such a small community, The knitting world is way bigger and holds bigger conferences like Stitches and stuff, but if they have a bigger community to draw from that will come, then they have the capability of doing a bigger facility, and if they have a bigger facility, they have the capability of bringing in more vendors, who is how they make their money along with the classes, and they have to pay these teachers something. So I need to publish a book. That is almost a necessity. For if you look at the bios on the teachers that are there, almost all of them have published a book, and probably through Interweave. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that I'll publish through that, but that would be more of a incentive for that, possibly picking me to be a presenter. Really? The large warps, they're really expensive, huh? Wow. Well, I can tell right away I'm going to get 4 bobbins out of each half here. These bobbins hold about 60, 70 yards of 2-ply. I'm going to guess they hold maybe 100, 110 of single. Never really measured a single off. Plus, I'm doing a thicker yarn by doing this woolen. The issue you see with yarn craft and spinning, a lot of people don't honor the craft and how much work it is. That's right. On the garment or the stuff you make, and why you are really happy when grannies become big on the catwalk. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of designers, I always watch for hand-knitted stuff on, when I'm watching anything that's related to, I watch Project Runway, I watch sometimes, what is the other one that shows a runway? I forget, but anyway, I always, when I would look at Vogue magazines, that's what it was. I used to buy Vogue all the time just because I truly loved to see all of that textile that was in the issue and what they're doing with it. It had nothing to do with dressing me, but that sort of thing. Does she? Snoring Cat, she warps loom with hand spun for scarves. Yeah, she spins a nice tight, and she does it on that nano, the bigger nano, doesn't she? I mean, I'm always impressed that she can spin on that because I don't find the nano to produce a good yarn for me yet. I'm not there, but I only have the little one. She might have the bigger one. It might make a difference. Yeah. Have I ever carded and spun cotton? Yes, and it was a disaster, to be honest with you. But I have also purchased, cotton to be spun that is presented in top, and you can't spin that. I can't spin that at all. So I had better luck taking that and carding it into a tight puni and then spinning. I could get a yarn. I have tried it on the charka, which is how my friend spins really nice cotton, and don't have any luck with that. And I have tried it on my Roberta. I think I tried it on Nano and it didn't work at all. I thought it would, but a puni, I couldn't even get it to pull in or anything. Then the thing about spinning off a puni, it needs pretty good pull in, and the Nano is light pull in for me, compared to the Roberta. So I had the best luck on the Roberta. Yeah, I know. You're making an acrylic hexagon cardigan, but it's so big. So need to have something on the side, but we'll get 2 parts of that done over the weeks to come. You got hooked on a round dishcloth and cotton? Yeah, with the rest of the yarn scraps. So you put it over. It's just having a little timeout rest. You'll get back to it. Is that music too loud, folks? I have it all the way down. I think that particular song is louder than the rest. I'm soft-spoken. I have tried to make it a point to not have the music too loud, and I have watched some streams that it drives me crazy because the music is too loud. So we are having extremely hot and humid weather. I do have to go outside, and I'll be out in it probably about an hour and a half, but after that I'm going to stay out of it. Not making a real... Oh, that Woolly Winder made such a nice looking bobbin on my Ashford. I'm looking at this and I was like, ugh. You know, the one other thing, it's huge, and I have always wanted to set it up somewhere. I bought it and never used it, but I have one of those big triangle looms that make a whole shawl, and I adore the way that works, right? Because you just go certain ways. I'd have to get the instructions out again and look at it, and probably do my first one with some inexpensive acrylic yarn. But then I would like to see that. I don't know exactly how it would work having smaller amounts of hand spun, you know. I think that when I bought it, I was thinking that the hand spun would be very usable for it. I'm not 100% sure of that now, but because it probably needs less tension, maybe, on the yarn for it to work good. Spinning is, you say you love it so much. I mean, it is totally all the things for relaxation, meditation, creativity. You know, it just combines that so well for me. It can be practical if you actually make stuff. Like I made a rug for beside my bed. I mean, that was, I love that thing. That was very practical. Good use for bulky yarn. Oh, yak yarn. I just spun yak silk, or silk yak. I just spun a skein of that. 2 skeins, in fact. I bought the fiber, of course. It's amazing yarn. I skeined it, both skeins off. I got 350 yards, I think, with the 2 skeins. $125 and $7 US. Yeah. 77 Swedish kronas per ball for it. 25 grams is not a lot of yarn. That's like cashmere. Cashmere isn't quite as expensive, but Kiviot, oh my gosh. I bought one tiny ball of Kiviot when I was in Alaska. I've never used it. It's a showpiece. The thing about, expensive fibers like that, they're just as vulnerable to damage as wool is. And that's heartbreaking when that happens. Hi, Miss Bandit. I am good. Are you doing okay? Did you get through your doctor's visits and everything and have a good 4th of July? We had a very quiet 4th of July. We made an excellent supper of ribs on the grill, sweet corn, watermelon, all the things, all the picnic food. It was good. You're good. Scheduled for hand surgery on July 31st to decompress the ulnar nerve at the wrist of your right hand. Is that what they call carpal tunnel? Or is this something different? You cried floods when your wool yarn, half of it was eaten up. So you had, yeah, the cedarwood chips, yeah, and in boxes ready, and the rest of the natural fibers you have, you work the force, so yeah. I wondered about that. I know that mothballs are a controversy with a lot of people, but I have an open box. I do not put mothballs with my fiber. I don't enclose it in anything. I have all of my fiber in that is processed, washed or whatever, in Rubbermaid tubs. I have all my natural fiber in cardboard boxes wrapped in sheets. This is as much reading and everything that I've done, what I have figured out to be the best way storing unwashed and washed fiber. But in the stacks where those boxes and Rubbermaids are in the middle, I stick an open box of mothballs. And, knock on wood, I have not had any trouble. I don't mind the smell of it, and, I can smell it in the room if I'm over near there, but and I bought, the mothballs I bought, it was nice. The box had 2 packages in it, plastic packages, so I only had to open one. And then after a while, I'll discard that and open another one. But as long as I can still smell it, I haven't done anything. Cubital tunnel, just a different nerve than carpal tunnel. I hadn't heard of that. Okay. Well, good luck with that. You have on the 31st. Okay. I have to remember to raid today. I totally said I would raid yesterday and I just forgot. I got on my screen and I got talking to Guitar Nut, who popped up right at the end there, and I lost my train of thought. So I have to remember to raid today. If anybody's on. And, more people are streaming now because of the turtle fleas. JK may be back. I know she's been on vacation. I love spinning a natural colored fiber. I mean, it's wonderful to have the dye and the fiber and all the colors, but I am so much a natural colored person as far as uh, what I love, right? This is just, of course, that's why I bought it. I fell in love with it when I saw it. I'm pretty sure they had it because this is considered a really good fiber for beginner spinners. Yeah. Oh, you put yeah. You know, I never thought about that. They make air fresheners for cars, and you found a lavender one, so you and they do. The bugs supposedly don't like lavender. I grow lavender, right? So I have a bag of lavender too that I use mostly in my. I take the lavender off the stems. I don't keep the stems, and put it in a pretty porous. It won't fall through, but somewhat porous bag. They're kind of like jewelry bags, is what they are, and put that in the container tub that I store my wool sweaters in. Anything I've made out of wool is in that tub, right? So it's more than sweaters, it's other stuff too. But I love lavender smell. Are you planning in August to clean up on stuff to make space for more acrylic yarn? Because they're way easier to care for. Yes, they are. They really are. I just, like I was just saying, I am so addicted to the natural fibers. And I just love them. You have to pull out an old mouse so you can left click. Oh, yeah. As you have a trackball now and won't be able to use it for 2 weeks. Yeah. That would be, not having your right hand is all the way around not good. You put a few drops of cedar essential oil on a cotton ball and toss those in with your fiber. That's a good idea too. I have lavender oil. I have 3 oils that I was making sachets with. And one's pine, I think, and one's lavender, but I forget what I have. I don't know if I bought a cedar oil or not. I have to look at those again. I haven't worked on that sachet project for a while. I made myself some, and I gave up the idea of having a craft booth, so I that would have been something that was in there. I didn't think about that as adding that to the yarns for sale though in September. I need to rethink that and maybe do some sachets. It's probably a nice thing to add that it would be inexpensive, and people like having a little something inexpensive to buy if they can't afford. They want to look at everything when they can't afford it. So this is the way I think. So I figure other people think the same way. If I go to a vendor and they have lovely stuff, but it's not what I need necessarily, or it's too expensive, but they have something like that I can pick up for $5-10. It's a good marketing plan. I'm very good at marketing and planning. I'm not as good getting the inventory ready. I run out of energy getting stock together, That's why I can't do it consistently. I haven't vended for years now. I think at least 10, 12 years. You found 2 acrylic balls you had not used in the past 3 years. 250-gram cookie? That's the name of it. I believe that's your 3rd cardigan. Oh. Wow. I am currently crocheting in an acrylic sweater. Open, no buttons, bulky, wear around the house sweater for winter. I have that, and I'm crocheting it instead of knitting. Bought it as a kit though. It came with a yarn and pattern. Like it to be light oversized as well. Yeah. And comfortable is what, yeah, you're saying. After I have done the September booth, I probably will figure out a few yarns to do on Discord. I think that's probably the best place. I don't know. I might take an ad out on Ravelry too. That's another way. Good. Jane Wayne, that's fine. And while you clean your office craft room, I'll keep you company with that. That's always a good thing. I know about that. I keep this. It's kind of like a. I call this my workroom. It's an extra bedroom, but I call it my workroom. But it is not my storage room. I try to keep this as uncluttered as possible. Lexmix says, but sadly, people are not honoring the craft. They think it goes way quicker ordering from one from the net. Yeah, but it's not really the same. Of course not. If you have one added love and time in making one's craft. Well, that's why I gift to only very close people, right? Only have certain people that I actually gift something I make out of even commercial yarn because of the time that's involved. You're welcome. It won't be perfect, but it needs to get a bit more manageable, or you can't enjoy crafts without thinking how I need to clean it. I think that a certain amount of chaos is creative, and a certain amount of organization is productive. So that's my feeling. Oh no, your cat just climbed in your arms. Oh, scritches, head scritches. All right, I want to do one thing here while I'm taking a little bit of a finger break. It's funny. I have the Pokemon game running for you all, um, but it counts it as a viewer, which is it's kind of funny. Okay. Your mom has a sign in her kitchen that says, "House is clean enough to be healthy, but dirty enough to be happy." That's good. That's good. She took a picture of it and printed it out and framed it for your sister and I one Christmas to put in our kitchens. Oh, that's good. That's good. It sounds exactly like a good philosophy. I would agree with that philosophy. I am enjoying this every day, though. It. Oh, let's not try and drink and talk at the same time here. I forget. I stream 3 times a week, and I spin during those 3 times, or maybe I craft or something one time during the week. I had gotten away from spinning every day, and I'm really enjoying getting back to it. I really am. Okay, Lexmith's gotta go, but you'll be back next time. Thank you. It was perfect for you, not too late. Even last time was 1 in the morning. Oh, yeah. I know, I do different times, but because this 3 weeks is what we call Tour de Fleece, where spinners spin while the Tour de France is going on my not regular days, I am streaming at this time. So hopefully we will chat again soon. Take care. My music's only half over. Okay. Back to it. I'm going to have to, I got 3 here. 2.5, two big and 1 small, to spin. And then I'm going to have to pull some more off the bat through my diz. Somebody asked why diz it, why not just strip it off the edge? I can now say it spins way better because I have done it both ways. I get lazy and I don't diz it off the bat. I just pull a strip off. The fibers are laying differently when they come off, just off the bat, and when you pull it through you pull from all sorts of places when you pull it off the bat through a diz, and I really think it makes it more a true roving to do that. Just my opinion, but I am sitting here spinning this and I'm just amazed how nice it's pulling out woolen, drafting. And spinning actually pretty thin. Hi, Guitar Nut. Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? Are you sick and tired of me yet? I was just saying before you got on, maybe you heard, but I was just saying I'm really starting to enjoy being on every day again. I got out of that habit. Did it for last Tour de Fleece and stayed on for a while after that, but then, things started happening that we traveled, we went to State Fair, I gave it up after a while. And especially during the holiday. Can't happen during that. Got too much to do. You borrowed a drum carder from a friend. It is so fun. Oh, is it a big one? Is it, or one of those narrow? But anyway, yes, it is. It is. And if you didn't hear me, or if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, but I was just commenting. This is Drum Carter Bats, and I pulled it through the diz, and I think you saw that, it makes a big difference. I really have in the past just taken strips off the side of a bat and spun it, and you can do that, but this is more like a true roving. It pulls woolen beautifully. So I'm spinning woolen. I'm spinning all of this woolen. Not to mention, I'm just in love with this brown color. So, find a diz. Find a big buttonhole or something and try it. More spinning streams, the better. It's huge. Okay, that's good. That's what I'm trying. You have a fleece. That's what you're gonna card on it, right? You have a fleece you've been working on. Was it heavy to move? My drum carder is so... It's heavy, and I have it clamped to a workmate. Poor hubby lost his workmate. Because my drum carder sits permanently on it. Need something that's not going to wobble much while you're cranking. Seven and a half wide, but the teeth are very deep. It's a nice thick bat. Beautiful. That's wonderful. Sounds very similar to what I have. It has blades on it. Huh. That's to smooth. It has teeth on it too, doesn't it? It's a Strouch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, Mass Bandit. Time for you to leave for appointment. I am glad you stopped by, and you take care. See you whenever you can. Yeah, Guitar Nut. I don't know if they're being manufactured anymore or not. Mine is not. Mine's a Patrick Green. But yes, that is. It might be one of the few that are still being manufactured. I'm going to go... I want to see what you mean. I'm going to go Google pictures, because I want to see what you mean by the blade. I always find something to Google while I'm streaming. Okay, Strouch. Did I spell that right? Yeah, Strouch Fiber Equipment. This is from 2020. Now, I see the brush on top. Where's the products? Here we go. Show me the little drum. There we go. mean, the little drum looks like mine. I don't have the brush on top like that. I use a flicker comb and just push it down that way. That's their 200 series. Oh, there's one on the 200 series they show using a Diz, but it's leaving. I can see where it's leaving fiber. I don't like to Diz straight off the drum. I like to pull the bat off and Diz it that way. Mad batter. What is this? Single wide chain drive. Okay, I'm coming back to you here. Post it. Okay, thank you. Because I am not. I mean, everything I see looks very similar to all drum carters I know, except for putting that brush on it. Discord here. Yeah, so you're talking about you're talking about the brush. That's on the big drum, right? The brush is on the big drum. Yeah, and those teeth. Oh, I see now. I have never seen that before. I don't know how you clean that. That would just rip everything up. Wow. I wonder what they call that. Okay, thank you for posting that. I have never seen teeth on a drum like that. Wow. Oh, thank you, Jane. Jane Wayne, if you're still here, thank you for putting that video in there. I appreciate that. Taos wool, Faust wool. That would be fun. I'll have to look into that too. Obviously, I have wanderlust. I am ready for a trip. I'm not sure why. I am trying to... Oh, this is on the woolery. Looks like it's a petite. It's called a slicker liquor cloth on the small. Okay. It has nothing to do with the brush that's on it. It's called a slicker liquor cloth, and it's designed to handle all fibers, which surprised me, but they're including exotic in that. I'll be darned. Okay, I learned something new today. Thank you. Slicker liquor. Huh? I've had my spinning tools for so long that the prices just seem overwhelming now. But the most expensive was my Ara wheel. The drum carder, the combing system, oops. What happened here? Lost my take up. Now that, well, it came out. Okay. I believe that was a tooth. I am having, of course, the original on the large drum, the teeth are falling out. And I bought a new one, but I haven't put it on here, on my drum carder yet. I'm trying to finish the Shetland up, and then I'm going to change it. Because the Shetland is black, I have to really, really work hard to get all that black out, because my next is, I did all the darks, right? Now all the darks are done. Now all I have left to drum card is a white. So it'd be nice to start off with the new cloth with the white. Well, I could just put, I have 4 bats, I could just put a bat per bobbin. I don't know how that'd work out, because bats aren't all the same weight or size. have to take a look at, maybe I could do a trip over to the Woolery and see if I could see one of those drum carders. I don't know if they'd let me do a bat. I'm just really curious how those instead of teeth, those blades, they look a little frightening as far as delicate fibers. No, I'll just take your verbal word for it. You thought the same thing. They are only sharp one way, though. Well, okay. The obvious function of the small drum is to pick up and open up. Now, I don't get a lot of success things being opened with teeth on the drum, and I've always had teeth on the small drum. I mean, both drums, right? So if the comparison that I'm looking for is whether it opens things up, because what I end up having to do is pick the fiber open. I'm almost always card fiber that I open up before I put it on to card. And if you could go straight from your washed fiber without that picking process, it's a step saver. But that means that whatever those however they work, if they actually do that better than teeth, and they might, and they might not. I just don't know. That's really what I'm curious about. You can talk to your friend too that you borrowed it from, if they have used it and they're a spinner. You can. I don't know if they gave you instructions on using it, but you can ask. What do you have to do with your washed fleece before you actually start carding it? Do you have to pick it open? Can you just lay it on there? So it's more, it's a verbal question. You don't have to make a video. I appreciate the offer, but I think I need a couple coffee beans here. I got chocolate covered espresso beans. So you may hear some crunching. Let's see here. Here's my diz. I'm going to diz some more fiber, or some more roving here. You can test that. You were picking open just a little bit before carding. Yeah, okay. I still think it has to be opened up, but where's my screwdriver? Crunch, crunch. Sorry. That was a particularly crunchy. How did I lose my little screwdriver? I must have put it back in the pencil holder here. Well, that's what I was using it to start through the diz. It's got to be here somewhere. Well, all right. Let's see. Where's my? Oh, I moved my knitting needles. I just messed myself up completely. I don't think this will work. Let's see. Nope. Guess I'll use a pencil. Huh. Not the best, but it works. All right, there we go. This in the camera. I didn't realize I was sitting sideways. I don't know where this white is coming from. Must be picking it up off the floor or something. Roving. That's hard to believe that, like, each of those balls are less than a quarter of an ounce. Uh, Bat is under 1 ounce. And I may get even more than 4. I don't know. It's kind of. This is so bouncy. It's nice. Really, really nice wool. It's a bad spot. Okay. Coming down to the end here. It's a big one. Got it all in one long thing here. Well, we'll see if I can get those 4 bottles on. I'll start with the big long one. Well, hello, Dorklicious. I really thought you had followed already, but thank you. I must know you just from Discord and stuff. Welcome. I am Spinning Romney. If you're... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you're in Advil. All right. Hopefully you are listening. This is Romney that I bought the actual unprocessed fiber from the woolery and did drum carded bats and then pulled the bat through a diz, and it is a natural colored brown. It's wonderful. I'm loving the spin. Doing a mostly woolen. Probably ought to call it semi-woolen because I'm not doing a long stretch of it. It's just a short. But it is definitely woolen in that I am not holding the twist back. I'm letting it go in. I know a lot of spinners don't really understand or know the difference between worsted and woolen. Worsted is a term we're used to for our yarns that we buy commercially. It actually is a spinning style. Worsted stops the twist, and it's real easy to demonstrate. It's hard to explain, but it's really easy. If I want to spin worsted, I pinch and slide, pinch and slide, pinch and slide. Okay? This twist never goes here into the drafting zone. If I want to spin woolen, I pull and slide, because the twist is running all the way up here, and then I pull out more so the twist can go in there. That's it. That's the difference between worsted and woolen right there. So easy to show and so hard to explain a lot of times. I gotta move my hook. Yeah, I know. I have seen that. I have on Discord. But I thought she'd been at the stream before. Been having fun watching your photo updates. Yeah. Yeah, and Knots agrees. We have a celebrity. I got to feel like a celebrity once in my life. I was at a spinning gathering and talking to somebody, and somebody else walked up to me and said, "I recognize that voice. You do podcasts." My one and only time as a celebrity. I know I run through Discord a couple times a day just to look at the photos of what people are posting and everything. Um, I think I signed up for a team on Yahoo. I guess I ought to check that out. Not, I always say Yahoo. I mean Ravelry. I always say Yahoo. Used to be Yahoo Groups. I mean, I show my age not only for forgetting what it is, but for the fact that it used to be AOL and Yahoo Groups. Looks like this is going to work out good. I'm going to spin these, finish this bobbin with them, and then the other two will be the second bobbin. So with the 8 bats, I will get 4 bobbins. Those will ply up pretty good, I think. Sorry, I'm having a issue with it going too thin here. Don't like that. I may have to. I think I can keep it. The baby. Have I ever tried to switch around your hands? Yeah, I have. Like this. I can do worsted way better. I haven't really tried woolen this way. Let me try it. To be honest with you, the mechanisms stay the same. I'm still pinching a lot with the left hand. I don't know. It's true. I'm pinching with the left hand instead of pulling. So yes, it does change the mechanism. But I feel a strain in my left hand no matter which way I do it. I feel little tugs. So now, don't ask me to chew gum. You hurt yourself about 2 weeks ago and thought it healed well, but tell you what, I feel it in my hand doing worsted. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to switch to a different hand. Well, you're very new. I mean, your muscles are still, they're still learning. It's not a bad idea. I should do it right as far as keeping myself from injury. But oops. For some reason I have a big, that must be where I joined. There. I get a better yarn doing it the way I'm used to. Just because I can do it doesn't mean I'm doing as good a yarn. Now I switch the one that separates, when I ply I switch a lot. The one that separates the yarn and the other one that, has it running over it. I go back and forth all the time when I'm plying because they get tired. So it's real easy for me to do when I'm plying. Yeah. Yeah, you do. You're doing really, really good. I'm just saying, it's a motor skill, right? So it's motor memory. That just takes time. And also, I'm not sure I'd switch on certain fibers that I'm spinning, right? This is very, very conducive to about any kind of way of spinning. All right. Night at work. I don't know how many ads I'll have on this. What? How much time is it? Oh, it's okay. I'm trying to channel here. I haven't tried before. Are we playing? Yeah, it's quiet. I want to hear what it sounds like. See, this is not. This is through Chill Hop, but no, this is through YouTube. And sometimes there's a lot of ads on these. So we'll see. I'm going to make a point to learn to do well enough switching hands. Good. What do they say? Teach them young? Now, I could not do a drop spindle other than one way. I couldn't switch hands on a drop spindle. I don't drop spindle very often at all. So that's part of it. There is a metal tooth right there. Right there. Oh, well, you can't see it. It was in the fiber. Let me tell you, if I don't catch those, they hurt. I hit my finger with it. I just noticed I have a nick in the front here of my... I don't remember seeing that before. I'm trying to remember what hit the spinning wheel. Needed to get dark stain stick, wood stain stick. Take care of that. Sort of a reddish color.
Sometimes I just want to rent a car. Go.
See?
I do know.
Adds one of two.
Really?
Alright, well, I'm almost done here. I just won't do that anymore. Then we'll go see who's on, and I'll raid. Don't let me forget. I said I forgot to raid, but I remember raiding. These days are running together, so I can't remember. Did we raid yesterday? I would have stayed on if I had. I know I didn't. I don't mean I'd stay on live. I would have sat at the computer a little bit. the guitar really puts some serious miles on your hands. You need to be mindful of that. I never thought about that. That is awesome. No, that is really, really wonderful. Is that 100% alpaca that you're doing, or is it an alpaca blend? Because that looked like... Where's my Discord? Do I have it open? I don't have it open. I'm getting sidetracked again. Where's this? Where are you, nuts? There you are. Oh, you know what? I'm confusing you with Crafty's mom. I am so sorry. That was the swatch I saw, the white. Okay. Where have... It's the... Yeah, I was just going to say, what is it? It's all alpaca. Is it the dark ply ball? I did see that. I saw that. But I'm so sorry. I had you confused with Crafty Mom. She did a swatch, and it was white. And that's really what I was thinking was you. Are you going to try and knit the sweater in August with JK? It's a black color. Oh, okay. Wow. I remember talking about the black now. I don't remember one thing to another each day, I'll tell you. Yeah, black alpaca's really nice. I had some of that a while ago, and really enjoyed it. I got rid of the music, sorry. Not sure how quickly it will be wearable, but I'm hoping it'll be super cozy. Yeah, it'll be warm. It'll be incredibly warm. Okay, I'm really happy. This is working out good. Each bobbin's going to have about 2 ounces on it. I'm sure the bobbins won't come out even when I ply, but it shouldn't be too hard to get it all to go into 2-ply. Maybe have to. I don't make ply balls. I just ply off the bobbins. I guess I'm kind of old school, but I ought to try it once. I ought to try it once and put that skein of yarn in the fair. See what the judge has to say about the plying. we go. That's the end of it. Oh, well, I can go ahead and put it on the bobbin. All right. I don't know why I went ahead and closed Twitch. I shouldn't have done that. Let's go see who's on Twitch. Who's streaming? Not many. Huh. Not many people stream on making all sorts of messes with yarns. B Bumstead working on a guitar stand and maybe some violin building. Are you familiar with this one, Guitar Nut? B Bum. I'm in ads right now. B Bum Stead. You are. He's a little out there. Cool idea to stream making guitars, though. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me plug in so I can hear him. What is that? Oh, well, it's obviously some kind of pattern or something. All right. He will have no idea what a yarn spinner tail is. But let's be brave and do something different here in rating. Okay. Seeing as, I mean, there's hardly anybody streaming in the our community. Probably wait until later.
See? What? Slowly reach down?
Oh, is she? Okay. Well, that's about as bad as trying to. Let me see. I must have missed that one. Oh, there it is. Making all sorts of messes with yarns was.
Oh, what flowers then?
No, that's not yarn. I think she's ending. There she's crocheting. And that's an end. Well, guys, since I'm not going to stick around and...
You're back? Welcome back. Had to make a run to the credit. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
That's, Dragon Rider cat. Since I am not going to be sticking around, yeah, she's sharing community posts. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Yeah. I'll let you all just go pick and do what you want to do, and I'm not going to force it. But thank you, everybody. I've had high number of viewers all week as we've been doing this, and I really appreciate that. Even lurking, coming in and putting me on like that, and you know, getting your day done. I really still appreciate that you're paying attention to me. Thank you. So I will be back tomorrow, but it'll be tomorrow evening. This is, the Thursday is one of my regular streaming times, and I'm going to follow that regular schedule, be on at 7 o'clock. And I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I don't know how much of this Romney I will continue with, or if I'll start something else on the Aura. Just depends. So, take care, everybody. I will say goodbye. Thank you. See ya.